Also, as part of our financials, then we keep track of a history tab, and each month this is updated with, and it always shows, of course, the previous years, and then it shows where we expect to end '05. And you'll notice on there we have '06, '07, and '08. The reason for that is that the Worldwide Heating and Cooling Group have been spending an extensive amount of time on a 3-year strategic plan. And as part of that, the general managers have signed up for results, have signed up for their sales and their EBIT. We keep those numbers out in front of us. We manage those numbers. We need to see it on that format so that we see here's what our '05 is ending, and here's where we're expected to be by '08, where we are the goals we're setting for ourselves to be by '08. So that keeps it out in front of us. That way, a long-term plan is not a once-a-year exercise where you do it and you forget about it until the next year. Now it's out in front of us and we're managing for those numbers, and we feel that's also key to our long-term success. And I know I covered our financials fairly quickly, but again, I know that through BPS you probably already heard as much as you'd like about our financials, but I'm happy to cover anything, any questions you have about our financials, please feel free to ask. And if there are no questions, I'll turn it over back to Donald. Thank you.
Our standard hours of playing, you'll see some monthly overperform. And that's partially because the factory is really doing that well, and that's partially because we're playing a different last year. So sure, our numbers for planning for next year, we're really right where we want them to be. And then of course, century budget. Full income statement. Nothing too unusual there. We also keep our quarterly view out in front of us. Again, same format, so it's easy to flip if some flips for those people. Once they get used to the format, it's easy to flip between pages as you need to look at a quarterly. How are we doing? For example, even our fourth quarter is not really always a great quarter for us, and you can see that we'll be behind FAP, but because we've had a successful third quarter with results for the first time this year. Actually, we playing on interest, so we're pretty proud about that. Now, the one section of the income statement that drives the most questions, that can make or break us, tends to be the adjustments to cost. So it warrants its own page here. This is the quarterly. There's also monthly, and you can see that basically the same thing. We're comparing what we actually did. What was our plan? What did we do in '04? What do you think our MPY is for '05? And here's our major categories. Basically, anything that's driving big variation gets its own line. And finally, every month we're building a bridge back to plan. And what this does, besides making our BPS format extremely easy to fill out, this is telling us monthly what we're watching. There's certain things we're watching, and those things make it onto the bridge. So just for continually building the bridge, and every time we get to BPS, I don't have to try to remember what happened back in February. I can remember, oh yeah, we got it. So the credit there was due to AutoComp. We'd overpaid them. AutoComp had given us a pricing adjustment. So you'll see the full version in your book. But that's just how we track our